all the crusaders of this cause on the same frigate, sailing, now stably sailing in the direction of success, hope and victory. And with your kind consideration at the very inception, I would begin by sharing my childhood recollections with this August gathering. I was born in a hamlet named Cherar, about 20 minutes from this university. And as far as my memory sits on a throne, when I barely gained my conscience, I can remember I used to travel to and fro from city to my village. And on the way, I would observe these huge gates, these beautiful monuments. And I would question my maternal grandfather, or my mother, or my father, to a day who usually accompanied me. And it was through my loved ones and loved and dear ones I first learned about AMU. And since then it has become an inseparable part of my life, and it has acquired a special place in the most deepest chambers of my heart. The helm of time has moved with rapid pace thenceforth. About 15 days back, when I was watching my mother deliver her speech and raise her voice in Parliament, demanding minority status for AMU, I was a proud son. And I'm sure, and I'm honored today, and I'm sure that even my mother and father would be very honored to see that today I take vow to stand by those gates, to stand by those beautiful monuments, and defend and fight and struggle for every right, for every privilege, and for every title which rightfully and legally belongs to this university. Now on this momentous day and on this noble stage, I must stoke memories of the great Sir Syed Khan, a legendary pioneer, educationist, able statesman, and a great Muslim reformer, who very judiciously envisioned that modern education was relevant for the Muslims of India to become competitive and compatible at global level. He very rightly prognosticated the significance of acquisition and proficiency in English language if the entire Muslim community and co-communities need to advance, move forward and progress. So in 1877, he founded Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental College on the patterns and remarkably on the blueprints of Cambridge and Oxford, which later in 1920 elevated to the status of Central University, now known in the world as ALIGARH Muslim University. And for this very great reason, I admire Sir Syed Khan for his visionary abilities. And even about 160 years back, in 1850s, this fine gentleman was able to recognize the need for fresher, competitive, futuristic, and better and updated ways of imparting information and skills, which even today, I am flabbergasted that even today our statesmen continue to fail to recognize this pivotal advancement theory. And it is for this very reason I am very strongly of a very strong opinion that pride and rightful legacy of AMU must be restored. Now I have certain legal interpretations, legal conclusions, and legal points which I would like to favor, which I would like to render in favor of ALIGARH Muslim University. According to Section 2G of Article 30, subsection 1, a minority institution needs to meet two conditions. Firstly, it must be a linguistic or religious minority, which AMU has comfortably mapped and has been ratified, approved, stamped by the Supreme Court of India in 2006. Condition second, it must be established by a minority. This condition was impeccably met by AMU until the issue was raised in Supreme Court in 1968. My contention is, bone of contention is, contrarians argue that this university was not established by minority but a parliamentary act. But how is it possible that a very establishment and very advancement of this organization will nullify its very origins and its birthright? For an instance, if a child is nurtured, cared by his parents, being taught and developed, and one day when he finally attains a government post, would he cease to be the child of his parents? It is something like that. This is the irony. This is the paradox. At one end, the Act recognizes the very nature, the very character of this organization. At the other hand, the travesty of justice utilizes this very Act as an instrument of treading upon the establishment traditions of this university. Now, I would conclude my speech as I got a message to wrap it up in quick time. So I would bypass all the important factors which I had noted down earlier before I have a conversation with you. So now our elders have done their share of toil. Now the burden, now the onus falls upon the younger generation. You people, the power of India, the power of this country. We are about 70% of this country's population. And by all means, my friends, by all means, your courage, and you have the mightiness to carry this torch across all storms of hardship and sacrifice, and keep this flame of hope and knowledge always alive. And I would like to end my conversation with the words of Winston Churchill. My friends, never given, never given, never, 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 never in nothing, large or small, great or petty, never given except convictions of truth and honor. With this humble submission, I would take a move. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. God bless ALIGARH and God bless AMU. Thank you very much.